Hello and welcome to All Shots. Sorry for the delay, but I've had a little bit of a change about, yes. Instead of streaming on the phone, I found a way to do the short feed via the computer. So I can add things such as, let's put it like, maybe, how about that one? I don't know. Maybe that one.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
Of course, everyone needs a good pork market, don't they? They do. Right, let's get some more light. I'm a bit dark, aren't I? So I just need to change a few things. That one. Oh, getting brighter. Oh, getting brighter. Oh, that we are. Well, anyway, I'm just going to double check that we are live. Like I say, we're doing it a little bit differently today. And the idea is that we can still do the short feed because it's like I can just go live just like that, and it gets pushed within them down a bit. Right. It's a bit of a random one, and people keep telling me I had quite a bit of it recently. Saying, "Why do I care? Right? Why do I care? You live in France. You live in France. Why do you care?" Well, I've got kids in the UK, right? And quite frankly, I think the whole thing is a sham, and also what's going on in the United States. And also, I find it really interesting. I've learned a huge amount from the travesties that have been happening over the last few years. And now we've got another one coming in January. Oh my God. Oh, are you ready for that? Yeah? Guys and girls in the United States, are you ready for Donald Trump coming into power? To be augmented? Or does he need a chest? Or does he need a reduction? One of the anyway. So it is deeply concerning, and obviously affects us in the EU and also in the United Kingdom, and it is extremely dangerous for everyone concerned because what Donald Trump is suggesting right across the board is just gonna it is travesty. The economy in the United States it's just going to plummet, and it's going to affect everybody, not just the United States, everybody. And when I see these streams online where individuals clearly do not understand how it works, excuse me, I had to drink my first sip of my beer, and then it cut a bit the wrong way. I suppose these things happen. Oh dear me, let's try another one. That went the right way. That's a good idea. It's got to make my eyes water. So I hope it's not buffering now. Let's put that onto a live chat. And on here as well. So I'm streaming through OBS software. Hello, Pontiac. I hope you're well. And woo, Bino! What's your favourite album cover? Oh, that is a question. That it is. Oh, blimey, my favourite. Oh, crikey. Some of them, I think some of my favourites are actually the more obscure ones. God, my favourite album cover. I'm not too keen on the ones from the 60s, except a bit wishy-washy. But on the whole, I love the Rafferty covers. They're pretty darn cool. Yeah, I love Rafferty. Yeah, Jerry Rafferty. His album covers are brilliant. But I hope it's not buffering at the moment. So, and I'm hoping. Is this in a live stream or not? I can't tell. Can I tell from here? I know I'm vertical in there. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, let's carry on. So a lot has been going on, as you know. And Elon Musk has been doing his thing, where he's hello, Phil McCrack. I know you well, my friend. But he's been quite busy tweeting, basically saying that but not pass any bills. Elon Musk, obviously he's a member of the government now, isn't he? Is he a secretary? Is he the vice president? And where was JD Vance gone? Now, the thing about JD Vance is in some ways, I think he's worse than Donald Trump. See, the Donald Trump, he's not coherent at all. Whereas JD Vance, he can kind of like twist an argument into sort of in the form of like some sort of sane washing, and it's like, I think he's lethal. But where is he? Now, all these people stood up there, didn't they? And he said about Donald Trump being unfit for office. And there they are, literally standing beside him again. They're just all opportunists. That's all they are, opportunists. Dangerous people. I'm trying to place my accent. Is it my accent about to say? Is it? Here we go. Is it London? No. Norfolk. That's east of England. That's working okay. That's good. And I think the colour's a bit better now as well. I'm still a bit red. Am I red? Musk is more dangerous than Trump. Musk is interfering in absolutely everything at the moment. And he's interfering in British politics as well. He's been saying all sorts of stuff. He's doing the usual kind of tweets, about Keir Starmer and what have you. But now he's, as you most likely are aware already, he's going to fund, or try to fund, the Reform Party with $100 million, which is about around 78 million pounds sterling. And if that isn't election interference, I don't know what is. At the end of the day, he's a foreign national pumping money into a UK party. This needs to stop. Now, there was said on LBC today, I think it was James O'Brien's show, Caroline came from, did you hear? Anyway, they were just talking about it, just literally talking about that they're going to do something about it, and it needs to be done quite rapidly. I don't know if they can get anything through quick enough to actually deal with this. And besides, Elon Musk will find a way to send that money to the Reform Party, and obviously, well, we saw what happens with Trump. Stupid people get in. Whatever way you look at it, Donald Trump, he's he's entertaining, and that's about all you can say about it. He doesn't even understand what tariffs are. But the thing is, people follow him don't understand what tariffs are. Or does he understand what tariffs are and how they work? And he thinks these people are so gullible and thick that they believe what he's saying. Oh, China will pay. I find it absolutely astounding that people fell for that. They did, though. Commentators even fell for it. China will pay. I don't, for life of me, understand how anyone couldn't understand how that works. Hasn't anyone imported anything from other countries before? If I bought anything, say for instance on eBay from the United States into the United Kingdom or into the EU, there's a portion there that says tariffs, import duties, tariffs, taxes. And it's quite a lot of money sometimes. On top of obviously the postage and everything else you have to pay, which is obviously more money. So the idea here that people, but the idea that the MAGAs, they believed what Donald Trump was saying, are they just so far up his derriere? Sniffing around the old chocolate starfish and all that, how it goes. Well, or is it just are they blind to it? Well, I have to admit, some of these people are they are rather stupid, let's be honest. They really are. You just see amongst some of these people, they're just unreal. And I'm fed up about pussyfooting around them. And I haven't really ever been one for pussyfooting anyway, to be fair. But when people keep trying to tell me, you can't say this, can't say that, how are you going to bring them on side? I don't think there's any point trying. I've lost. When you're that stupid, unless you get an education and actually start doing a bit of research and reading the right material, or watching the right clips, or whatever it might be, no, honesty and truth, in other words, instead of all these flipping lies, you're never going to come on side. They're so far down. Oh, a rabbit one, aren't they? You're never going to bring them around. I don't think so. I really don't. And I'm bored of trying. And I have tried to rationalise people, especially family members and stuff who went that with Brexit and stuff, and they weren't interested. They weren't interested. It's like it's worth the sacrifice. And now they're complaining. Now we've got regret now, haven't we? Not just in the United Kingdom with Brexit, also in the United States. They're getting buyer's remorse. They're already realising that Donald Trump's picks don't really, how to put it, reflect on their values. I'm beginning to wonder whether or not they actually even listened to the words that were coming out of his mouth. Same with Farage and Elon Musk. Well, he's certainly lost the plot. Try and make out that let me just have a simple bring it up here. What's he been saying? Right, can I bring this up on here? I think I can now. What if I did that? Oh, there he is. Elon Musk on Twitter. That's the only Twitter page I got up because he's not on Blue Sky, thankfully. Worth getting a Starlink as a backup. Now, who's going to get themselves a Starlink as a backup? This is even if you have great internet. Why would I do that? Is it because he thinks that maybe Russia's going to cut off all our connections? Well, Russia's got flipping satellites up there with the potential of carrying nuclear warheads in deep orbit. They've been well, that's what they've said anyway, but they've apparently got a dummy on there at the moment. A dummy missile. So they tell us. Your landline connection might go down just when you most need it. Yeah. Well, how much it cost for that flipping box thing you have to get, that dish? Oh, do you know what? After what's been going on recently, I don't use Facebook anyway, right? And my Facebook is just literally just there really for purpose of Messenger, because the kids use Messenger and what have you. They also use WhatsApp though. So I might use that, even though that's owned by Flip and Facebook as well. But could use Signal, I suppose. But since flipping Mark Zuckerberg has been up there flipping kissing the ring, and also licking that old chocolate starfish, along with flipping ChatGPT geezer, Altman, or whatever his name is. He's been up there kissing the ring, all making donations, £1 million each, you know, for Donald Trump's augmentation. And I just boycott them. I'll probably still use WhatsApp, I suppose, because it is run independently. But so you've got Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg teaming up to attack ChatGPT because they see it's obviously a threat. This is just, it's just pathetic. These people are pathetic, and they're just literally just following Donald Trump just because he's in power, and they want preferential treatment. It's about selling yourself out, you know. Got no morals, these people, man. No morals whatsoever. Oh, there we go. Steve McGowan, hope you're well. Trump's picks do reflect the values of US Americans. Oh dear, that's scary. They just aren't the values normal people have believe in. And also, those Harris votes either. They're not interested in this lot. A lot of these Trump voters, they didn't really follow that closely. They voted because my daddy would be turning his grave if I voted for Republicans. I voted for that as well. If I voted for the Democrats, you know, they're voting Republicans. The same what goes on in the UK. People vote because of what the parents vote for, you know. But actually giving it a thought or understanding it, and people actually really understand what's going on. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't used to understand what's going on. Same with the Brexit, really. I started taking interest. You know, I had a rough idea, but I wasn't really into it. I was too busy making stuff and fixing stuff and building houses and stuff. I didn't have time to worry about all that. You know, 6 kids. What time do you think I had on my hands? Crikey. Ben Cheeseman. Oh, well. Fun fact for Americans. If Jesus were alive today, he would not get through American customs. Well, no, because he was black. Tell that to Republicans. Musk hasn't lost the plot. He is a genius, doing so much good in the world. Yeah, so much good. He's flipping trying to manipulate politics. Nothing to do with him. Not his business. huge amounts of money. Elon Musk tells us all this stuff about, oh, don't do it for the money. No, of course he blinking well does. That's why he's trying to take Tesla to court to get all that thing 58 billion, whatever he wants. They're very litigious, these people are. Elon Musk is a con man. Exactly what he is. And he has lost the plot, and it's drugs. LSD, cocaine, and ketamine. Probably all at the same time. Republicans would call Jesus a woke liberal. I like that. Thanks for that. Here we go. Redhats would call Jesus a woke liberal. The MAGA hats. Oh, it's just crazy. It's frustratingly crazy, it is. Oh, dear me. What else can I do here? Oh, what have we got over here? I'll tell you. Okay, have we got Mad Monk here? Is he here yet? I've got a surprise for him. If he's about. I'll say yeah. It's like assuming he is going to be here, but I don't know. He might not. He might do. I don't know. Oh, yeah. That's just a little surprise for Mad Monk. If he does come, well, just to tell you. I'll have the Chinese dancing, babe. There you go, disinterested. Oh, so Elon Musk, a con man who's actually improving the world in so many ways. He's not improving the world, he's destroying it. He's launched one rocket after another just to fuel his own ambitions to go to Mars, live on Mars, have his mansion with his beachside property in Mars. I hope he bloody well does the stays there and his eyeballs pop out of his head. That'd be fantastic. Look after the planet you're living on. He's doing nothing to protect the planet. He's doing all he can to make money. That's capitalism for you. That's what he is. He don't care about people. He disowned his own daughter because she happened to be trans. Oh, he's got the woke mind virus. Oh, dare, blimey, as if it was a thing. Flippin' lunatic. That's the thing about these flippin' idiots, right? They're going about LGBTQ and gay and what have you. Oh, you know, it's really anti-MAGA, isn't it? You know? Until they find that their own son or daughter wants to transition or comes out as being gay or lesbian. Some of them disown them. Some of them, all of a sudden, well, I suppose you can love a gay person then. And half these flipping people are going on about, LGBTQ. Top 0.01% in most cases of the population. Well, it's hardly anybody. Most of these people never even seen an LGBTQ plus T, whatever it is. You know? Why do you care? You don't. You've been told to. That makes you gullible. Stupid fools. Stupid is as stupid does. You know what I say? I'm just going to say it as I see it. I'm fed up of pussyfooting around, you know? So if people are behaving like a flip, it walks like a flippin' duck, talks like a duck. It's a duck. Do ducks talk? Anyway. It's the same in the UK with Brexit. Now, it's kind of like the start, almost like the start of. I know it's been going on, right wing politics, been going for obviously donkey's years, and been the rise of the right, and look at AfD and what have you, and Germany and that. But even they are not as crazy as the MAGA. The MAGA have lost the plot. They just seriously have lost the plot. And it's sad to say, actually, because I'm sure they're all very hard-working people. Some of them just, you know, sit on the pieces. You know, they pull out the pizza from yesterday and start chomping on it in the mornings and stuff. You know, the one that slid down the back of the sofa. Donald Trump even accused them of get your fat ass husbands out to vote, he said. Lazy fat asses, he said. On his campaign trail. While all the lazy fat asses around him. He's just nuts. These people are crazy. They honestly are. They're crazy. There's no other way of looking at it, really. I don't think. You know, I think we can pussyfoot around them and just, you know, oh, can't say this, you can't say that. Well, come down to it. You just have to, you know. You just got to say it as it is. Stop lying to yourself and lying to them. If someone does something pretty done stupid in front of you, like Ben Cheeseman just said, you can't fix stupid. No, you can't. It's unfortunate, but it's true. They're going to have to work it out for themselves. There's no telling them because they just dig their heels in. They just got to work it out for themselves. And I think they will. I hope. We're too optimistic. I hope, maybe not. No, actually, no. No, probably not. Look at the United Kingdom, the farmers, for instance. I know it's not all the farmers before anyone pulls me up on that. Of course it isn't. But at least, according to a poll, I know it's an online poll, but it's probably 59, 60% voted for Brexit. That's what it said in the poll. I wouldn't be surprised it's down slightly more than that. And then you've got the fishermen who voted for Brexit. Both of them are suffering like hell now. You've got British farmers are basically being attacked by the Australian trade deals coming full flow soon. And then you've got the New Zealand trade deal, they've got Japan trade deal. They're flipping petrified. The farmers. They don't know what's happening from one minute to the next. They know they're stuffed. They can't even get their inputs, as they did once before in the UK. Because where do they come from? From the EU. And if the EU's got a shortage, well then the EU, as in the member states within the EU, the farmers, well they get it first. Such as nitrogen and what have you, and CO2 gases and stuff like that. We used to produce it in the UK. We used to have 2 plants in the UK, and one of them shut down. And you've got 1 plant in the UK now. See, CO2 gas it's a byproduct of producing nitrogen. You know, for fertilizers and stuff. And it's just madness what people have actually done to themselves, voting against your own best interests. It doesn't make any logical sense to me. I'm a practical man, right? I make stuff. Right? I fix stuff together, I fix it, whatever. I look at it, I think, and I join 2 pieces of wood together or whatever, yeah? That's what I've done, woodworker. And to me, it's everything has to have some form of logic. I'm not that deep thinking, but I play chess and stuff like that. But I can do layers. I can kind of work out what the consequence, this and that. The nuances of it. And a lot of it's bloody obvious. It really is, and it's just like it's heart destroying watching these people like destroying themselves. Unless they're the nasties, because there's some really nasty people out there. I mean, stuff they say, And one young lad on here has been. I just watched a little video, right, from one individual. Where is it now? I've probably lost it now. No, not that one. Was it that one? No, not that one. That was. Oh dear. There we go. Oh, there it is. I found it now. I'll share that with you in a minute. It's a little 3-minute video. It's young guys. They've got a few votes on it. But if this is the state of what things that we have got to look forward to in the UK, I think it's in Britain it's a little worrying. He doesn't look much older than 19, 20, around 20ish. And this video is put on 3 hours ago. It has 36 views on it, so it's not much. It's only got a lot of coverage, but these people grow. They start. Where acorns, great oaks, or in this case, I don't know, a twisted something or other. Oh, let me show you that. I'll put it in there. These people are foul. I just find it a bit odd that these people actually exist. Oh, there he is. Oh, his mother would be proud. Oh, he's got a YouTube channel.
Being British is not a set of values. It's absolutely never been a set of values. It's a shared collective experience. It's family lineage. It's ethnicity. So when I hear someone like Constantine Kissin come here and say that to become one of us, you have to take on British values. That's the issue. You can't just become one of us. And hearing those words come out of your mouth,
Become one of us.
it's embarrassing, even more so because of the Brits that cheer you on. You know, my parents, they were part of the unions that was smashed by Thatcher. My grandparents were, you know, they were in the mines. My great-grandparents fought in World War One, World War Two. Your parents, Constantine.
Let's get something straight about these flipping mines. I understand that these are people's livelihoods, but we need to get rid of those flipping mines anyway. Flipping hell, people are dying, you know.
Were Russian Jews, and you moved to this country at 11 years old. You're the son of a Yeltsin-era kleptocrat, and you were sent to an exclusive and very, very expensive UK private school. You're no different than some of my friends that I have at university who followed the same path, but the difference is they know who they are, and they're not trying to infiltrate our space, and that's the most important part. If I moved to China at 11 years old with my British parents, yes, would that make me Chinese? No, absolutely not. And this whole idea of what being British is, British values, it's a cop-out against highlighting the real issues and what we all know is happening. And what's happening is the ethnic makeup of our country is going to change forever. And people like you, Constantine, are fueling the fire because you pretend to sit on the right. The right has been co-opted by individuals such as yourself. And you gaslight the public into thinking about what it means to be British. You're just as much of the problem. You're a Russian who LARPs as a Brit. You don't care for our history the same way I do, or perhaps my family does. I mean, if values make the man, should I take a trip to Pakistan and go rape a woman? And, you know, that's something that's in their value system. Would that make me Pakistani? No. I'm in Mexico right now. If I go to a store down the road and say, I'll extort you for cash and then, you know, use that cash to then protect you, does that make me Mexican? No, that makes me a dick. It never makes me Mexican. And Richard Tice, I want to mention as well, because he decided to chime in. And Richard Tice, you know, I think I've actually heard some good stuff come from him on various different shows, but he's highlighting exactly what the Reform Party are. And that's a total joke. You're a joke disguised as the answer. You're a joke of a party who supposedly fight for British values, for reform of the system, but you've got a Muslim CEO and you're funded by Jews, as are all of the parties in the United Kingdom. You know, and it's marketed to the very Brits that said individuals are actually trying to get rid of. So, Constantine or Richard, what's the answer here? What's the answer here, you know? And until we, the real British, you know, the Anglo, the Nordic individuals here who have had, you know, family lineage that goes back hundreds of years, then we're never going to change anything because, as Farage said, we'll lose to Islam if we don't appease it. And that is the most defeatist language in the world. And if you didn't hear that and think that Reform or Farage are not the answer, then you're part of the problem. You truly are. And if you listen to a foreigner like Constantine, for example, and what Britain needs, then you are also part of the problem. So if you're looking to Constantine Kissin as some soldier for reform, you deserve to lose. Sorry.
Well, what do you make of that? Where do you think Eli, say? Not Eli, as in Eli. No, not with the Bible and all that. Oh, we're back again. Are you mental? Where did humanity start? Yeah, exactly. Adam and Eve, wasn't it? Oh, dear. You see, he's a young lad who, quite frankly, he reads books for Peter Hitchen. Oh, quite what else was there? I noticed in his feed, in his description. What else was that? Oh yeah, Peter Hitchen. He's quite. Peter Hitchen didn't even bother to vote during the referendum. He don't believe in referendums. Well, not be funny. I don't believe in giving the vote to some of the people who really clearly don't understand what it was about regarding the Brexit, what have you. But also, we've got people in the United States regarding the MAGA lot. They ain't got a clue what's going on. They clearly don't understand what Donald Trump is about or what he proposes. Just bring it back up again. The Brexit, what have you. Yeah, bring it up there. I blame the fig leaf. Yeah, blame the fig leaf. Down with the fig leaf. You said Musk is saving humanity? Yeah. How? He's not. He's a businessman. That's all he is. Who's lost the plot. It's just gone off the rails. Big time. Oh, so we've got a disinterested. Electric cars, free speech. No, that's not free speech, okay? You do not understand the First Amendment. No. The First Amendment, all it means is that the government cannot interfere with your right to express yourself, your freedom of speech, okay? The government has no say in what goes on, what you say. Anyway, never has done. But the laws do, in the sense of if you are, if you offend people in a way that excessively offend people, or if you slander them and stuff like that, well, then you can find yourself in court, aren't you? That's down to the individual. It's a civil case. Sorry, disinterested. You just make stupid claims, hat guy. That just proves my point. All right, Mr. Disinterested, who seems very interested at the moment, because he's still here, because he's just obviously a troll, and he makes this claim, Mr. Hat Guy. Yes, I've got a hat. Look, it's a hat. Wow. Do you know what, though? I don't wear underwear. You want to see? Mr. Hat Guy. That's how childish it is. This is typical MAGA. Throwing flimsy... It's not even a flip and attack. I don't understand Mr. Hat Guy. What's that mean? Yeah, I wear hats. I've got a shitloads of bloody hats. I've got, 6 down there. There's another 6 up there. And I've got 3 over there. And I've got a crazy big woolly, fluffy one over there. Looks like a dead animal on my head. And then I've got my workshop. There's another 6, 7, maybe 10 hats in there. And then I've got my lab. I've probably got 4 or 5 in there. So yeah, I've got lots of hats. So what? I'm sure you've got lots of socks. Oh, or maybe you just aren't intelligent enough to understand them disinterested, which, given your statements, is more clear. It's more likely. Yeah, I think you're right. Mark's the biggest fan. Oh dear. Here's a think of this one. Oh, the advertising sent to your... and the advertising sent to your Baron chip. Oh. Oh, you don't know your real name, so you're the hat guy. Okay. I'll be the hat guy then. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. I'm not thin-skinned. I don't care. Too long in the tooth for all that, you know? Been about too long. Oh. The stupid claims. Okay. Eric M. Her, it's sad that the generation should be the most educated. Many of them are, let's be fair. And have the most education at the tip of their fingers. Yep. Well, we didn't grow up with internet for a start. What data you got? Oh no. So much stuff you can get on. I can pick bits and pieces up from all over the place. You know, I'm just looking what I've got here, you know. I've got information all around me. Got my big old widescreen monitor there, and I've got my little one over here. Even that's quite a big one. Yeah, I know, this is so... But then again, there are also tools to hoodwink people. I don't keep saying this, but truth is cheap. It is. Truth is cheap. It's... Oh my God, I got the wrong way around. We'll talk about hat guys. Lies are cheap, okay? Truth is expensive. Oh, blimey, I've lost the plot. See, that's what happens you do this, like, you see. You lose your bloody mind. Blame the hat. What I mean by that is, now I've got the right way around. Lies are cheap. You know, falsehoods and what have you, mistruths and misdirection. Because you just make it up. Just make it up. There's just so much of it out there because it's made up. It's easy to absolutely swamp the resources, such as online resources or even the papers, because it's just quick to produce. Whereas truth has to be researched, has to be knowledge based, has to be paid for in some cases. So it gets drowned out by the lies, because there's just so many lies out there. Unfortunately, you would hope logic would reign supreme, but it doesn't. It feels like absolute madness to me. And stop the greed. Here is a clue. Channel name is at the top of the screen. Yes. Oh, yeah, so it is. Look. Oh, dear. It's easy to refute people who are grade A plums. Oh, dear me. Oh. Oh, this I think it deserves a pork market. Yeah, that's how.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
Can anyone believe that was our Prime Minister for 47 days? We can't talk. We criticise MAGA. Look at me vote. Oh, I didn't. Look, actually, I didn't. But no one did. No, the membership did. Oh, blimey. Marcus Sycophant doesn't understand how YouTube Shorts works. It's literally just come up and I stated some facts to counter the dribble being stated on video and chat. Oh, the dribble. I'm not going to, don't worry, I'm going to keep you there because you're quite fun, actually. You just proved my point. When anyone wants to just give stupid flippin' kind of attacks like that, it just proves everyone's point. It really does. Stupid is as stupid does. That it does. What was there? Oh, Dr. Davies. Brain chip. Oh, brain chip. Oh, yes, he's had his Neuralink. And there's Elon Musk with his little radio controlling him. Got to have his Neuralink, don't you? Crystal? Stupid claims. Anyone who knows me knows I won't lie. All Tues wants is to enslave the working class by creating a false enemy. Soon they will surrender their rights and regret it, yes. Oh, I can't remember the international law that Rich Tues referred to when he said we could use that to send them straight back from their place of origin. The people in the little boats, that is. It wasn't the case. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, that was a number. I can't remember now. He's an idiot, that man is. For Christ's sake, he's going out with Isabel, I don't know, Oakshot. The one who was also implicated in the monies for the Reform Party, in the sense of Aaron Banks. The woman who was the ghostwriter for Matt Hancock, you know. Matt Hancock, who would choose her to ghostwrite your memoirs? Flipping in that dangerous? Oh, tenders know. Well, I blame the fig leaf. It's sad that the generation should. Oh, most educated. I've done that already. Don't become. Let me just pop this chat out so I can see it a bit better. I think that might make some sense, because at the moment it looks a bit stupid. Pop that chat out. There we go. Yeah, I've started repopulating my sound effects as well, so we've got Kipper. Oh dear. Fun fact, 1 million seconds is 11 days, 1 billion seconds is 31 years, and the President Muskrat has enough money to spend $1 per second for 12,400 years, but he won't live to see that, will he? No. But Muskrat's got enough money to save, well, the world from poverty as well. But he won't do that either, because he ain't a good person. No. You never hear of him doing any good, do you? Everyone goes on about Bill Gates, but Bill Gates is always, with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and what have you. They do a hell of a lot of good. No, I haven't received my check yet. No. I'm waiting. Anthony Coon, a Trump 2024 baby. What? Who's got a Trump 2024 baby? Poor little blighter. Doomed. I say doomed. Single-handedly, so within Audi, BMW, Nissan, Mercedes, etc. don't exist. Electric cars existed in the 1900s. Yes, they did. That was the Eco 1. And, oh, crikey. Who owned one? Roger Moore. Roger Moore had one. He's dead now, isn't he? Hello, the vicar. Evening, crazy people. Why are you all oppressed Americans? I don't oppress Americans, not at all. I feel sorry for you. I really do. For those who vote against the Trump, well, then, quite frankly, I don't feel sorry for you. I'm very concerned. Don't forget, what happens over there happens over there. Yeah, it rubs off us all. Rubs off on us all. Got a tickly throat. So, yeah, no, it's not about mocking you. Mocking stupid people, that's all. People who vote for Trump. That mock them. Stupid is as stupid does. Oh, no, you can lip and sweet. I got a real tickly throat. I thought it was because I drank beer wrong way round. Wrong way. Yet the Chinese are dominating the EV market. They are with the BYJ, what you call them, BJP, anyway. They're doing extremely good, and they're better cars. Dare I say it? And also, they're even though they're not doing as well as they were, they're still doing extremely well. They've got about 7% growth over there. Yeah? Look at the UK. What growth have we got in the UK? 0. Pretty much. Fluctuates around 0.5. Madness. Because what we've done is we've cut ourselves off from our marketplace. Yeah, this is where it's all wrong, isn't it? Bigger. Prioritising money over morality. Now, I wouldn't say I'm a Marxist, because I don't believe in everything. I think it's all a bit too hardcore for me. But I do believe that those at the top, those with the money, should be helping those at the bottom. Now, if you think about the 1930s, what have you, the Great Depression, what have you, and and they came up with the New Deal, and houses were being built. Houses were being built. The money that was basically taxed, it was the idea. People at the top realised, hang on, we basically sucked everybody dry. Like they're doing that at the moment. So anyway, they had the New Deal, which was they built loads and loads of houses, and then Reagan got in. And it kind of watered it down. And for the UK, we had a very similar situation regarding housing, 1930s, where those at the top, those with the money, were basically made to pay, in taxes, more money to build the homes. You've got house people in here. Most of the old red brick housing, council housing in the UK was built in between the 30s and 40s. I'm talking about the old clay bricks, the nice builds with the old Flemish bond. The biggest selling car brand is Tesla. No. People are boycotting Tesla. Here in the EU, people are boycotting Tesla. You know? They're driving around with bumper stickers. But they don't support Elon Musk. Or worse, that effect. You know what I mean? Hey, what boys? A rusty Cybertruck with a bumper falling off. Flipping hell, it can't even tow. That's the. But you get a tow bar on it. It's like 150 kilos. You got a tow with this flipping thing in the small print. Yeah, the specifications. That's ridiculous. You got a 4-ton vehicle and you get a ton tow about 150. It's like you can't even tow a trailer. That's too heavy. And you got a buck on that flipping thing that's tapered like that. That's no good. You know that's not. That's not a truck. Stupid. Besides, it's getting stuck in the mud. It's had 6 recalls since it's been out. 6. 6 recalls. 100 grand, whatever it costs back there, isn't it? And it's supposed to be recalled flipping 6 times. Along with some of the other cars, you know, regarding batteries exploding and stuff like that. Flipping Elon Musk, if he wants to, well, it looks like they're going to be not reporting on safety issues regarding cars and stuff once Trump is in. Like, for instance, exploding Teslas. Huh? Great, isn't it? Those Cybertrucks aren't even allowed to be sold in the EU. Why is that? They're covered in sharp corners. They don't meet safety standards. Elon Musk is there to further his own agenda. Think about it. Neuralink is going to need government support. You can't just operate in people's brains, can you, without backing from the, from the government or the government institutions. You've got the fact that he wants to get us driverless cars. At the moment, it keeps having these hurdles and obstacles and what have you. Probably hitting the boy, and so he wants to push that through. He's not happy with FCC in the sense of he launching his rockets because they keep restricting them. He launches shitloads every 7 weeks, but he's not happy about that, so he wants to change that. Of course, he's in blooming, sucking up to Trump. It's quite easy to because Trump is quite thin-skinned, isn't he? Not thin-skinned. He's quite easy-souled. Sorry, easy-souled. It's nuts. It's nuts and nuts, nuts. It's all nuts. Oh, Hazel. We are bitter, and we're not looking for attention by attempting to troll. Oh, it does make you wonder. Oh my God. Free speech does not give you the permission to say whatever you want. That's not your right. Your rights is in the First Amendment. And unless you actually know what the First Amendment means, but then your rights, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. There's freedom of speech. There's nothing in it. You can't say whatever you want. And I'm sure if people was constantly saying things to you, you'd be a little bit upset. I just told you what his agenda is, you plonker. BYD is the most popular EV company in the world, and the Volkswagen Group sells the most EVs in the world. And also, Volkswagen just come up with a rather interesting hydrogen engine, which be mainly used, I suppose, that'll be developed for lorries and stuff like that, imagine. Makes more sense than electric, doesn't it? What's the point of hauling all those extra... the more batteries you're having to haul so you can make your journey, well, that's less haulage you can do, which makes no sense. You have a train weight, and now train weight. You better go up to your train weight just carrying batteries in you. All those little double A's. Oh, he's a fascist. Classic lunatic. What are you on about? He is a fascist. He's a known fascist. He's a known fascist and racist. Which isn't surprising, and don't be wrong, and not all South Africans that way, but they do have a high proportion of extreme racists in South Africa. I've met a few. Yeah, and also, stop the greed. Like you say, if Musk cared about free speech, then why does he tack down the pro-union posts? But also, why is he shadow banning people? And I just literally went on to X. I don't use it as much as I used to. I use it to keep an eye on crazy people, like Mr. Disinterested. Keep in touch with the crazies out there. Now, the thing about it is that I'm not getting hardly anything of mine getting anywhere because I'm shadow banned. Because I'm always attacking Musk. Oh, Musty. But yeah, on Blue Sky, which I'm on, which is a much better resource now, and it's built into quite a nice platform. I think there's a little bit too. We do need people like Disinterested on there, so we take Mickey out of them. For entertainment value, you know what I mean? There are videos of driverless. There's videos of driverless cars hitting people. Teslas. They're not infallible. Stupid. In the UK, we had these things called smart highways. They're so smart, people keep crashing, or lorries keep crashing in the back of cars when they broke down. Yeah, that's that smart. You cannot trust technology. You can't. Because technology fails. It does. All these people that go to the airports and they're using their mobile phones to do their boarding passes and stuff. The amount of times Mr. Caroline told me something that battery was running on their phone or something stupid like that, and they couldn't access their boarding pass. They get charged like 40 quid for them because they haven't got their boarding pass. Stuff like that. It's just nuts. We rely too heavily on technology. I'm a techie guy. I love tech. If you see what I've got there and shit, I mean, no. I think it's fantastic. But I'm also a practical person. I know it can break. It can fail. It goes down. So I want backup. Same with power. I want backup. Just like my electricity and stuff like that. I've got all the solar panels and wind turbines and solar hot water on the roof and shit like that, We've got our backup. Got shitloads of food and what have you. We've got our backup. I've landmined the driveway. Got my backup. You never know, when people know you got food. Yeah, there is. There are videos of Tesla auto drive crashing everywhere. There is. It's nuts. To say that the old Teslas they don't have a problem. Well, of course they think one do. That's just daft. To say they don't. And besides, anyone who supports a man that condones, let's say, for instance, argument's sake, maybe, I'm just trying to think, right? Such as like Donald Trump, I'm just. This is when I'm really disorganized. Actually, what I'm looking for, I'll just give you. What's this? I'm EQ. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it think. Nope. People need to be reminded of this as well.
Never concede. It doesn't happen.
Ooh, what happened on January the 6th? Oh, I wonder.
And after this, We're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you.
This should
We're
have been
going to walk
enough
down
for
to the Capitol.
well, anyone else.
Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
150, it does look like we're going to have an ad hoc march stepping off here. There's a crowd surge heading east.
It's from the gallows
Mike Pence,
bracket.
I hope you're going to stand up for the good of our Constitution and for the good of our country. And if you're not, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. I will tell you right now.
There's 6x6s. Take the gallows bracket.
We're going to give riot warnings as soon as the apparatus here. We're going to give riot warnings. We're going to try to get compliance, but this is now effectively a riot.
49 hours declaring it a riot.
5 to 50 be advised. They're trying to breach and get to the Capitol. We have a breach of the Capitol. Breach of the Capitol. The upper level.
Donald Trump called them patriots.
Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what should have been done to protect our country and our Constitution.
Bring out Pence. Bring out Pence. Bring out Pence.
Oh, we just have a gallows. I've got spare gallows in my little bag.
We can't hold this. We're going to get too many people. Look at this vantage point, man.
We're trying to hold the upper deck. We're trying to hold the upper deck down.
We need an area for the house members. They're all walking over now through the tunnel.
Inside.
We need to move down. If we lose any more time, we may lose the ability to leave. So if we're going to leave, we need to do it now. We lost the line. We lost the line. All MPD, get back. All MPD, get back to the upper deck. H208 with 4 members. The door's barricaded. There's people flooded the hallways outside. We have no way out.
Officers still remaining on the House floor, so we can secure the members on the other side. Copy. Officers down! Get them up! Get them up!
This man. So it's direct connection with Jackson.
And if I win, I will be looking very, very strongly about pardons. And I mean full pardons with an apology to the many, an apology. They were peaceful people. These were great people. The crowd was unbelievable. And I mentioned the word love, the love in the air. I've never seen anything like it.
Every single one of them people is locked up. Well, it looks like he might still get held accountable because the so-called immunity clause, or whatever they call it, it's not like it doesn't apply. No, even his own judges, his own legal people are saying that, and in the Supreme Court as well. Doesn't look like it's he can wangle that one. Besides, it's statewide. It's New York, isn't it? It's not a federal case. Oh, dare these people. No, so it isn't. It's mad, isn't it? It is mad. I find it, like someone said a minute ago, sickening. But I've always been open-minded. Yeah, there's always been a bit of animosity towards crazy Americans. You know, oh, those Americans were here. But that's not everybody. Obviously, these MAGA hats have always existed. They've always been about. They just haven't had the platform they've got now. They got Prime Minister behind them. Sorry, President behind them. And it's like, power, isn't it? And we've got all these platforms out there. Obviously, you've got his Truth Social. You got X as well. You know, at least there was a little bit of sanity on there. It sort of moderated to an extent. And it certainly wasn't flawless. And then you got platforms like Rumble and what have you regarding video. Rumble, you can't get in France. You can't get Rumble. They want because they know full well they will get fined, and they don't want to get fined 6% of their turnover. So they don't. But you know, it's not available in France. And they don't even work if there's a heavy mist. In some places, why doesn't that work everywhere? What am I missing? What am I missing? A patriot movement who want their freedom back and their prosperity, and Trump is going to give it to them. How is that a patriot movement? People died, including some of their own, and you're destroying, well, public property, government houses, and what have you. The institution. He's no bloomin' patriot. No. Donald Trump is not patriot. Donald Trump is for Donald Trump. The only interest he's got in his own bloomin' family is probably his daughter, because he'd like to shag her. Pretty much said so. I did think of flipping there. Oh, crikey. Think of Ivanka Trump, right? Ivanka Trump, okay, is the first daughter of a president whose father-in-law and father are both convicted felons. Lovely. CNN, BBC, and Combat Monkey. MAGA is the good thing. No, it's not. It's absolutely stupid. People, they're just out of their flipping mind, they are. No logic. They don't even know what a tariff is. Donald Trump don't even know what a tariff is. All he does, he's just trying to fool you. There's nothing good in MAGA. No. It's plain madness. Absolute madness. These people are actually off their flipping rocker. Just like Brexiters. Idiots. I'm sorry, but they are. Because you vote against your own best interests. You don't understand how the system works, and you just voted in this. It's like a protest vote. Makes no sense. It's like Peter Hitchens saying, "Oh, I didn't vote in the referendum because I don't believe in referendums." Well, you just give another vote, haven't you, to leave? It's just laziness. It's laziness to say you're not going to vote or spoil your ballot. It's pointless. You should vote for the least worst option, and that clearly was not Donald Trump. He was the worst option, and you're going to feel it. Well, you're heading into a recession coming this it's spring. You're going to basically after Christmas you're going to start seeing it. You know, after Donald Trump gets in, you're going to start seeing the effects. But come spring, you're going to we are likely first the United States is going to be going into recession, and we're all going to be hit by it. And I think it's going to be the deepest, longest recession we've seen for a long time. If you look at what's going on in the bond markets, it's shocking. You've got China. You've got Japan. They're all selling off US bonds at the moment. It's what the US needs to be able to borrow money. They're selling them off. It devalues it because it put more onto the market. And it devalues the bond market, but it devalues the US bonds. Which means they can't get as much money. Now, the crazy thing is, there's flipping Elon Musk going on about, the debt and all that's too high, the debt's too high. Donald Trump's like, I want more debt. He wants to borrow more money. Probably for his immigration policy. Because there's no way they're going to facilitate it otherwise. They need more money. They actually organised people to actually scoop up the so-called illegals or undocumented migrants. Do you think that's going to be cheap? It's just so ill thought out. It's unreal. Yeah. Trump dodged the draft with his heel spurs. He's the man who told a war hero, said he was not a hero because he's dead. Makes him a loser because he died. What? Oh, these people. They are the opposite of patriots. They really are. And we've got the same thing going in the UK. The same's got happening in Germany and France. These people are basically voting against their own best interests, and they don't understand how the world ticks over. They think everything is so straightforward and simple, but it's not. It's heavily nuanced. Everything we do, there's another effect. There's something else that happens. A bit like a legal paper, where you have all these extra articles in there leading to other articles. There's depth to it. You can't just, just code the borders or do this or do that. Right? Think of it like, for instance, what's going to happen to these Mexicans coming over you're going to be sent back again. They'll work in the fields. They were doing the factory jobs that no one else wants to do. So many economists have said if Donald Trump pursues his immigration plan, that is it. That's recession. Like that. They all not just earn money, they also spend money, which means they are paying taxes. Now, I know they might not be paying direct taxes if they are undocumented, but they do pay. Everybody pays taxes. Even the unemployed pay taxes. End of the day, they buy food. You can say, there's no tax on food. I don't know what it is in the United States, but in the UK, there's no tax on food. What about the haulage? What about all the people working? What about all that stuff? That's tax. If it wasn't for the supply and demand, that tax wouldn't have been gathered, wouldn't have been collected. Been less taxes because we would have, had surplus because it wouldn't have been bought. These people who are undocumented, they'd still pay taxes. They still use the bus service, still use the trains, they still buy fuel, or they still get a car, or whatever it might be. It's sort of a black economy, it goes on. The people we should be blaming are the people like Elon Musk, who doesn't hold their money in the country that they are actually residing in. They hold the money in places which, for instance, protects them from paying taxes. And these people are the ones who need to be held to account. How is it we have people like that who, when they do pay taxes, they only pay 1.5% to 2% in taxes, and everybody else is obviously paying the usual rate? How is that fair? Everything should be a percentage of what profit you get. You do get into the higher bracket. I don't necessarily agree with the higher bracket, to be fair, but I do believe that everybody should be paying their fair tax. That goes across the board. You get people like Elon Musk, and I keep referring to Elon Musk, it's him, isn't it? It's Mark Zuckerberg, it's Ryanair, they're all the same. You've got low rate taxes and corporation taxes and stuff on their companies. But people won't wake up, will they? That's communism. Oh, you're a Marxist? I'm not a Marxist. I'm not. I believe in some of the stuff regarding Marxism, but not all of it. I believe that the rich should be contributing to the poor. Do I believe in getting rid of capitalism? Maybe, maybe not. But I don't think it's ever going to happen, so I'm a realist. We're always going to have capitalism. And capitalism can work, providing we can get rid of the bloody greed. And if we have fair distribution. We don't get fair distribution because there's too much greed. Because everyone's hiding the bloody money. If the people at the top didn't hide the money and they paid their fair share, Nigel Farage, alright? He was there doing speech. He was a patron for this, what was it called? Nomad Capitalists, I think it was called. And he was there doing some speeches. So he's Nomad Capitalist. He's got paid like 20 grand or something for the speech. Anyway, crazy amount of money. Fog all crap. Anyway, he was there, and the whole point of this particular organisation is to basically promote their services of getting multiple citizenships, you know, passports basically, in different countries. And that way you can use that as a way of actually hiding your money in all these different countries. And, you know, we're talking about migration earlier. I mean, it's okay for them, but not for anybody else, in his eyes. But these people aren't going to be paying any more taxes. They're going to be hiding the money. That's the whole point. Nomad capitalists, I think it was called. And that's you know, Nigel Farage for you. These people have been swanning around with Vladimir Putin and other extremists, you know. And we're supposed to just, you know, those who know are supposed to shut up and just bite their lip. While the MAGA hats and the Brexiters just carry on in their way and just start spouting all their rubbish. And they say, oh, Craig, the left are nasty. They say horrible things, they say. Now, what about the fact that the crap that we during the Brexit referendum and like the Harris supporters had to, about the rubbish and crap and attacks they had to put up with? Oh, you're not a patriot? You ain't got a bloody clue what a patriotism is. Oh. The driverless cars were legal on UK roads. Jingle bells, Santa is alcoholic. Hey, I'm not alcoholic. I've had half a beer today. I might have the other half. Is he an alcoholic, Santa? I thought you got stuck up the chimney. Facts. The facts, sweetheart. Oh, what facts? What we could go on there? Oh, this guy loves the sound of his own voice. I can't help it. Isn't it beautiful? Don't you love my voice? Oh, it's wonderful. I love the sound of my own voice. My own voice has got buggered up vocal cords because I've got fibromyalgia and shit. You know? Oh, yeah, I really love it. Yeah. You ain't got a bloody clue. You really haven't. You don't know me. So there you go. Yes, he lost to a man dressed as a dolphin, did Nigel Farage. Unfortunately, he kept at it, and he beat the dolphin eventually. Now he's crikey in Parliament. What a scary fall that is. Santa where I live stuffs bad people in his sack. Prague. Farage is one of the most successful. Farage is one of the most successful UK politicians in recent history. All that tells me is there's a hell of a lot of idiots. This is populism, and populism is easy to sell. That's the problem. When you're selling things like sovereignty, gotta have your sovereignty. When you sell it's a dreamy idea. But what happened to Brexit, right? Apparently we got our sovereignty back. And then we gave it away. In the form of all these trade deals. You see, wherever there's a trade deal, you are gifting some of your sovereignty. Like, for instance, a trade deal with India is proven to be quite difficult because of immigration. They want to send their people to the UK. You're selling off some of your sovereignty. It's just all madness. People are just so uninformed, or they're choosing to be, or they're so twisted in their little minds that they don't want to listen to logic. They don't want to listen to honesty. They're just not interested, as in Mr. Disinterested. So he's successful for all the wrong reasons because he's been pushed, just like in the United States with MAGA, by people who are not well read. There's plenty of loons out there, right? I can probably find you one. Okay, let's find a loon. Oh, what's that one?
The Earth round or flat?
Earth's flat.
Do you think the Earth is round or flat?
Let's drag it up.
I know we didn't go to the moon.
We didn't go to the moon?
No, we didn't go to the moon.
Why do you say that?
Because you can't get out of the atmosphere.
Round or flat?
I'm not really sure.
You're not sure? Could be flat.
Could be.
Earth round or flat?
Well, you know the answer to that. Can you tell me what you think?
Please answer me, please.
No, because I want to know. Tell me, because
I believe the Earth is round.
From NASA's pictures, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you know of CGI, right?
I've heard of CGI, yeah.
Yeah. So, I believe in the Bible, in Genesis, under the dome, it plainly tells you there, under a firmament dome. So it's as flat as a pancake.
Someone's having a laughing fit. He said Farage was successful. Yeah, got beaten by a dolphin. No, you're right, Michael. He's not a bright guy. Yeah, the Earth is not flat. It's just it's a sphere. You see this round thing? Okay, this is my crystal ball. It is just a bit of quartz. You see, it's round. All right. It's called. It goes like that, right? And the sun. Sort of like that, yeah. Oh, dear me. If the Earth is flat, what's on the other side? That's all I know. But these people are everywhere. Yeah, we've got a fair amount of them in the UK as well, as you know. And some are in the form of prime ministers and what have you, such as...
we need to fund the furthest behind first. And for too long, the political debate has been dominated by the argument about how we distribute a limited economic pie. Instead, we need to grow the pie so that everyone gets a bigger slice.
Oh dear. Poor old Liz. Pork market! So he got beaten by lettuce, did Liz Truss. It is crazy. It's all crazy. The world has got absolutely bonkers. And these people exist, we've just seen some in the chat. I only state facts, you little snowflakes. Show me one thing I said that was not a fact. Pretty much everything. So we don't need to show you one thing. We can show you the whole bloody lot. That's not facts. They're your facts. They're facts according to you. This is the UK Temu version of Jack Black. You said, I'm a budget Jack Black. That's quite good, that was. Oh, Temu. Oh, blimey. On my other channel, my woodworking channel, I do get a lot of Jack Black comments, I do. It's not new. It's not new at all. Oh dear. Disinterest has been deleted. Oh dear. Was he getting a little bit aggressive? Goodbye, MAGA troll, says Mark's biggest fan. Oh, and Michael Koniski, or whatever his name is. What giant turtle? Oh, a giant turtle. What about flipping all these brain worms everywhere? Because it's flipping MAGA a lot. I'm sure there's something catching. I think they need a vaccine for that. Bobby Kennedy brainworm disease. Now, if I was in the United States, I think having kids, I think I'd have to think again. Obviously I've done my bit, that's all I've done with for me. But if I was a younger man in the olden days, and Donald Trump was coming to power, and we had Bobby Kennedy is going to be the health secretary, I'd have to think again. I don't want my kids getting measles, polio, mumps. I'd rather them have a vaccine, quite frankly. I don't think I've got autism. No, I don't think so. I'm not dead yet. I've had COVID vaccine. I'm not dead yet. No, I had several of them. In fact, I had it this year. I did. Oh, and I had the flu vaccine as well. I'm still here. I'm not dead yet. These people crazy. Underneath, there's a turtle. Oh, Terry Pratchett. Oh, I'll get you now, Terry Pratchett. Yeah. The view of the clips is a bit of a giveaway. That certainly is. They're not that bright, though, are they? Let's be honest. People literally put cameras up in balloons and they buy online and show the Earth's curve. Maybe it's just like a little bit of a curve. But underneath is just like darkness, or you know, the dark side of the Earth. It was funny at the beginning, but there's no reasoning with dumb. It was funny. It's quite nice having some mad people for a change. Oh, I think we've got to be a little bit careful. I think it was reassuring, actually. It makes you realise you're on the right side of sanity. You know? It really does. Dr. David says it's alarming. That is, isn't it? And, yeah, it's quite good. I think it's quite good to have them in there, though, at times, you know. But it gets to a point, it gets too much, doesn't it? Yeah, I agree. But, yeah, it's... I don't mind as long as they're not being aggressive, you know, and being nasty. I don't mind to that extent. It does get a bit silly, but it's like they're doing it on purpose. It's like I think sometimes they know they're talking bollocks, you know, and it's just get a reaction. I might be wrong. You can see the phases of Venus with binoculars. Yeah, binoculars are one of the best things you can use for astronomy. These big bastards. How about them for binoculars? Yeah. I'll tell you what, actually quite good for astronomy. Just know these old Carl Zeiss. These are excellent. These are really good quality glass in these. So yeah, that's all you need for astronomy. You can see things like Andromeda, galaxy, what have you, them quite clearly. It's all about light gathering, isn't it? Now, I used to have an observatory in the UK. I had a brick-built observatory with a fiberglass dome on the roof that you could rotate and stuff. And I had a Meade LX 200 12-inch in there. So it was a bit of a pucker thing, it was. I sold it in the end, but a long time ago. Wish I had it here, though, because the skies here in France are fantastic. So tempting. But I got no money, so I can't do that. And they're expensive. Those are... Oh, you don't see my binoculars. What a nice pair of lenses you have there. Yeah, they are monsters. Yeah, they're just Celestrons. These are 80mm Celestrons. So they're quite chunky. Nigel Farage, I got some advice off him what I should choose, you see, for looking at the little boats. Yeah, not that kind of 12-inch. No, I'm talking about the telescope, okay? Yeah, it was a big bugger, and I had a bigger rotating dome that I built out of fiberglass and stuff. It was all electric in there, and computers and stuff. That was way cool. You could see it on Google Earth. Probably still can, actually. Yeah, easy dog. I was working in the north of Scotland last week. No cities nearby. I didn't know there were so many visible stars with exactly. City boy, me, says Mug's biggest fan. Yeah. Thing is, that's one of the problems we had because I was in Norwich. One side, on the Norwich side of us, was a bit of haze because obviously all the lighting and what have you. But on the other side, the skies were quite clear. But it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Here though, we ain't got no neighbours. There's no one there. It's brilliant. It's yeah, it's good fun. Oh, nice one, Fenders Night. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for being you. I got like a lunatic. But oh yeah, by the way, please beep the old like button. I keep forgetting. Hey, I'll start getting my there you go. Hang on, it's working. Why is it all the way up there? That's a bit odd. Bring it down. That'll do. Beep the old like button, maybe subscribe to the channel, little bell icon, because then you get warm fuzz in your pocket every time I upload another video. Apparently that's how it works. Oh, thanks for that, my friend. Remember the night sky in rural Ireland. So much more to see. Yeah. See, where I am here, there is no cities nearby. The nearest one's like 30 miles away. 30 kilometres away. We have a little town not too far away that way, but it's not lit, And the skies are fantastic. You know, you get a clear night, flip it up all the way around the hemisphere, what have you. And it's great if you're looking at global clusters, nebula, like M42, what have you. It's fantastic, you know. It's good. I enjoy it. I used to. But I ain't got a telescope like that anymore. I've got a smaller one, but nothing like that. That would be nice. Yeah, a nice one. Hey! Oh, thanks, buddy. Oh, cheers, Mark's biggest fan. And Stop the Grease, been a member for 12 months. Crikey. Now, we're going to be doing some more in the memberships. Something I definitely want to be doing. I might do some lives in there, actually. I've been thinking about it for ages. I couldn't work out what I was going to do, with it. But we've got more people there now, so, you know, we might be able to do a live stream with 2 people. I don't know. I'll do something. Or maybe do some videos. I've been playing with some ideas, but it doesn't really work properly. I was piggybacking the camera. It didn't really work. Yeah, the video's a bit haphazard, to say the least. So, yeah, I'm going to come up with something. Just make more videos, I suppose. Sort of dedicated ones for you. Maybe, I could actually upload videos to members first in some cases. It's quite hard with sort of stuff, though, you know. It depends what you're talking about, I suppose. I remember the night sky in rural islands. So much more to see that there is. Cheers, Mark's big fan. And thanks, Stop the Greed. And thanks, Defenders Night. And thanks, everybody who's here, actually. I didn't know what the time is. Oh, it's an hour and a half. Now, I've just got my set clocks, all right? Not clogs, clocks. I'm going to be putting a world clock up here. But I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it somewhere up there. Right? So it's going to be London, Paris, and New York, probably, times on there. Because obviously I'm trying to, well, I'm talking about United States stuff as well. I'm just trying to learn really what's going on, and it's been quite interesting learning about the American political system as well as our own. You know, it's like I find quite fascinating actually, because there are obviously things that are very similar, but also stuff that's very, very different. You know, and the Constitution, for instance. How misunderstood it is, you know. I just, it's crazy. Anyway, Donald Trump's got to get rid of half the Constitution anyway. He wants to rewrite it, doesn't he? Yeah, you want to be the president. President for life. He does. Yeah, does Donald Trump? Could he do it? Well, if he's going to rip up the rule book. The thing is, if people can break the law and get away with it, and they don't end up in prison, well, they're going to carry on doing it, aren't they? Because they know they're going to get away with it. And that's exactly what Donald Trump is doing. Yes, the year 2025 will be full of surprises, says Golden Boy. Scary ones at that, I reckon. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, I hope next year's going to be better. I really do. I think, yeah, it would be nice. But I don't. I think the next 4 years in the United States is going to be extremely interesting, but also worrying. And I think we're heading for a recession. I don't think the way things are going at the moment. I just don't. It's trending towards well, we ain't got the growth for a start. Where is our buffer zone? You know, I don't see how the Labour Party can actually do anything to make any conscious, difference. Everything they're doing now to scrimp and save money is just trying to just so they can keep things as they are. And even then they're scrapping stuff. Because there just isn't enough money. You can't... What's been happening for the last 40 odd years? So we've had, well, interest rates that are way too low. We've had a property market that was growing at a rate of 15%. Pushing people out of the market. Such as first-time buyers. For a very long period of time. Properties, 15%. My house, my old house that we sold for 227,000 went for 520,000. About, I think it's about 2 years ago now. No, it might have been longer than that. It was before COVID. That's a horrendous rate of growth. How is anyone supposed to be able to afford that? It was a nice house, When I sold it, that's how much they were worth. We're priced ourselves down. And it's been fueled by low interest rates. And low interest rates were put into place to try and boost an economy that wasn't working. We didn't have a viable economy. And all we've done over a period of time is just drive ourselves deeper and deeper into debt. Not just on a national level in the sense of the government debt, but also on individual debt. The amount of people have got 1, 2, 3, 4 old credit cards, and you might have seen that. Yeah, they were my credit cards, all of them, all at the same time. And I cut them all up, paid them off, and cut them all up, and put them on the barbecue and stuck them to that. Right, as a reminder, never have a credit card. I've got no debt. Right. Apart from the bills and stuff like the usual sort of rubbish, but I've got no actual debt. That's the way I live my life now. It feels honest as well. The problem with anything like that is if people have got spare money on the credit cards and they're a bit short, say for instance Christmas or people's kids' birthdays and stuff like that, they end up on a credit card and they just increase their debt, and it's a spiral. It's a spiral. Not immediately, but over a period of time, you get a new credit card, pay off the old one, blah, 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 and it goes on. And before you know it, you've got half a dozen credit cards, the old one's still sitting there with a balance on it that you've cleared off, so you can start spending on it again. They don't necessarily stop the credit card unless you do it yourself. And you pick a credit card and you start using that. For me, it was a case of paying people's wages, because the company was finding it very difficult in the recession in 2008. So, yeah, got to pay people's wages, didn't you? Excuse me? My pencil? It's not in here. I have got a mechanical. I've got this one. I have my scribbly pencil. Oh, yeah. Not that other pencil. No, not the tough carbons. That's in the workshop. I've got another mechanical pencil. Right, this is a point 0.9. It's a 0.9. Mechanical pencil. And then that's a pencil as well. Also, I had another one a minute ago. Where's it gone? Oh, anyway, pencils. What are you interested in pencil for? By not doing more Tory... Okay, how can you fix 14 years of Tory mess in 6 months? Yeah, by not doing Tory things. That would help. We do need to invest. And I like some of the stuff that Labour's been doing. Now, I'm from Norwich, right? There's a place called Anglia Square in Norwich. And Anglia Square is like a shopping precinct. And there's some houses around it and what have you. But also, there is a load of office blocks that have been rendered unsafe for a very long time. 20, 30 odd years they haven't been used. Maybe longer. Anyway, they've been empty for a very long period of time. There's never been the money to invest in, but Labour has actually bought them to regenerate them. So, brilliant, I say. That kind of thing, it makes sense to me. Have that sort of thing in government ownership. I hope it stays that way. I don't know whether or not they've got private funding for it. I don't know. I only found out today. My son told me. He arrived today. Matthew's come and join us today. So, a monument of death. That is my monument of debt. Don't have it. If you can get rid of your debt, do it. I understand about mortgages and maybe a car and stuff like that, but flipping how all these buy now, pay later stuff, people forget that it has like 12 months on it, and all of a sudden they end up paying these huge interest rates afterwards, and all the money you've spent in that first year is just gone. It'll just end up disappearing in the interest. So don't do it. If you can do that, make sure you pay them off. I've done it myself. I paid them off. Good. I just don't get caught out with it. In the past, In fact, not these ones, but I used to have a sofa there, didn't I? All right. There used to be a brown sofa there. That was bought in the UK. It's so old. It's about 25 years old. That sofa was. And we bought that in the UK with buy now, pay later, but we paid it. It's called time. It took 20 years of personal austerity to get myself out of debt. God, that's nuts, isn't it? 20 years. Yeah, best thing's been out of debt. January the 20th is coming. Oh, what a scary thought. Blimey. Now, that's not in the UK. I'm living in France, but Brits in the UK were hopeful that Labour was going to make some positive changes, but it hasn't turned out quite as positive as people hoped. It's been a disaster at the moment, I think. Well, hopefully, I hope they got a long plan. Trump 2025 soon. Oh my Gideon, 47th President of the United States, Donald Trump again. People said Putin wouldn't be in power for 20 years. Good point, actually. Yes, why not Donald Trump? Yeah, he changed the constitution, didn't he? What about Xi Jinping? He changed the rules regarding the president of China. He's president for life now, isn't he? So yeah, they can do it. They just got to change the rules. It won't be easy. An alien invasion blue beam in 2025. Yes, it's going to be an alien invasion. And we're all going to get probed. Oh, what a thought. Blimey. But tell the missus, I'm going to try something different over the next 4 years. I'm going to be laughing at how stupid put themselves into this. Do you know what? I was listening to a podcast with... Oh, crikey. Texas Paul. It's about guy with a big TED hat on, what have you. I've been listening to a few of his, so I've been cutting them my feed. So obviously, what happens is the more American stuff you start watching, the more comes in your feed. And he's a very cool guy. But he has similar thoughts. He thinks these people are lost. There's no bringing these people around. It's kind of like, they're always going to be a bit stupid. Until they get an education and understand how things work, they're always going to have the same thoughts. What we're just going to sit and watch them just fall apart, basically. And just effectively, I told you so. Oh, look, there's my little sign. I told you so. Behind my shoulder, just there. Yeah, so, that's all you can really do. You're not going to change their minds. Now, I had this conversation with my son before, actually, and something he put, mate. He actually, my son, Wayne, and he says it's got to fail big time for people to wake up to realise, this regarding Brexit, realise it's a total failure, and people start getting hit in the pockets. You've got to hit. People need to suffer. I hate to say it, but people need to suffer. They've got to feel the pain. It's like a kid, isn't it? Touching that the cooker hob for the first time. They burn their finger. They don't do it again. No, unless they're stupid. Like MAGA. Voting for Donald Trump again. Now, there's been lots of little clips, what have you, of various individuals who voted for Trump last time say, we'll never vote for him again, including farmers. Because Trump's China tariffs regarding his last, the 45th, were so devastating for the United States. Farmers, because tariffs got put in, China retaliated. Any tariffs they gained, they end up having to subsidise the farmers. So what tariffs they took at the border end up going to the farmers anyway. So no one won. It was a disaster. And the thing is, people say, oh, Donald Trump keeps saying about the tariff. Oh, you kept the tariffs. There's some nuance there. Biden went through, not personally, but his team went through the tariffs that were put on China and kept the ones that made sense and then got rid of the ones that didn't. You don't put tariffs on imports that you don't produce. You only put tariffs on imports if it's in direct competition with native business. That's sensible. You don't want to hurt your industry, do you? But if you don't make the bloody stuff, like for instance these minerals, stuff like gallium and germanium and whatever else you think we'll need, and lithium and stuff, well then quite frankly you want to allow that stuff to get in. But China knows that hurts the United States, and the same everywhere else, we all feel it. They become a tool. They become a political tool to tariffs. And it's kind of what Donald Trump was saying in some ways, saying we don't use it as a stick, a bigger stick. But then China's got a bigger stick. But we need to realise that, not just the United States, but in the UK as well, and also in the EU, we rely heavily on China, heavily on China's production. They have some best manufacturing in the world. They have the most techie people. Because that's what their lives have been led around. That's what they do. You know, this stuff is no longer made in backstreet Caddyshacks, you know. I remember a documentary a while back on Sony, I think it was, and half the stuff was just being made by individuals with like soldering irons hanging from the ceilings in their little sheds. You know, it was a long time ago though. But it's just, we don't have that level of resource. We don't have those skills in the UK or in the United States. We don't have enough people with those skills. We just don't. And we need to realise that. Oh, Mike dropped froggy face. Is it Mike dropped froggy face? What did he say? What do it now? There's a reason why you look like you're living in a basement. This is my house, alright? It's a large farmhouse, alright? In France. Do I look like living in a basement? This is my office. Right? It might look like a dungeon, but it's not. It's ground level, alright? Ground level. The basement is underneath there. We've got a cellar just there, alright? Oh, my fire's not there, do you realise? So, yeah. More in the missus than it is. Yes, I am married. Are you surprised? Because most people are. I've got 6 kids. With degrees. Yes. 6 clever kids. And I've got clever grandchildren as well. Believe it or not, pain is pleasure. Is it? It sounds like the old, like Victorian, oh, crikey, oh, no, oh, crikey, oh, let me think. Oh, the evangelicals will have you regarding no pain relief and stuff when you've been operated on. You know, the pain is like, it's purifying or something. I mean, that's some madness like that. These evangelical types, with that label coming out of my head. Is it still there? I might have to get rid of that. It's annoying me. What didn't happen? Should I put a black one on? Well, or what? There you go. Different hat. I do like my doggers. Do. Pain is pleasure. Cruggy. Ooh. Figure. It's no wonder Marcus has 6 kids with binoculars like that. Yeah, I'm just pleased to see you, though. They are a bit monster, hence I made this bracket up arrangement for it. And also, if I've got a zero gravity tripod that I built for it as well, a good one there. And then on there you can mount the you mount your phone on there, so you use one of those apps, so you literally for tracking. It's pretty good. But you got arms like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They were the days. Right. They don't have anyone else to blame this time. Trump in office. He'll control both houses. That's such a frightening thought. They haven't got much of a majority though. So in the Senate, that's House of Representatives. They haven't got much of a majority, so that's reassuring. You're doing something right. You're attracting some quality trolls. Oh dear. The guy doesn't have $5 in his checking account from the troll. Probably right, actually. No, I'm worried at the moment. Oh dear. Oh, Tom and Jerry. Don't you have to have a license to use your TV? No. No, not where I am in France. No TV license in France. I got rid of it. Same with what we call the habitation tax, which is basically your house tax. Like for instance, in the UK, we'd have a poll tax, what have you, or a council tax. Poll tax. Go back a bit there. Council tax, and no, but they got rid of it. Macron got rid of it. We just have a land tax now, which is the tax foncière, which is basically a land tax. Our taxes are stupidly low out in France. Food's expensive, though, I admit. You go on about your price of your eggs. It's expensive here as well. It might not be as expensive as what you got, I don't know. But it is for what we're used to. Used to buy, the cheapest eggs you could buy were well, actually, they used to be 110 for 10 eggs. And then during the pandemic, they went up to 170. And currently, you're hard put to find them at that price. You were 220 for 10 eggs. These are the cheapest, the budget eggs. But they're all still, what do you call barn eggs. They're still not proper nice eggs, with, nice bright yellow yolks and stuff. Now, we used to keep chickens at one time until the foxes got them, eventually. And those eggs were fantastic. They were big. We had ducks and quail, chicken. It was nice. It was nice. Bantams and all sorts of chickens. You should get you go to get the rescues from when they used to have the old when the chickens have for the bio chickens, like for instance the bio farm, they've stopped now. Actually, they can't make money. They've gone. They're basically shut shop. But to have the bio status, they had their chickens were allowed to live to a certain period. They had to get rid of them after a year or 2 years or something or other, and then they can't constantly breed the new ones. And we used to get them from them, whatever. So that was chickens are fun, but it is still cheap to buy eggs. It just is. Time you bought your feed and all the other stuff and mite treatments and stuff like that, Diamond Earth and everything else that you need for your chickens. Yeah, it didn't make any sense, not financially anyway. Any device that can watch TV, signal input, even if you don't watch the BBC, means you have to pay a yearly TV license of £169.50. It's quite high, isn't it? That's quite a lot of money. You just get their black and white TV license. Do they still do black and white? Yeah, you don't have. Yeah, it's Yeah, technically speaking, but they can't. Unless you're actually watching the TV, they can't really find out, can they? You have to be pick up a signal. Eggs are about €1 for 10 at the farmers market. See, that's very good. Especially farm eggs. That's in Prague. That is. Let's all go to Prague and get cheap eggs. Yeah, that's expensive to watch the TV. Yeah, that's the tax. That's basically a tax. And that's because we have the British Broadcasting Corporation, which is a so-called nationalised TV network, which, quite frankly, when Boris Johnson got in, he made it into his little, how to put it, bit like his ex, Not his ex, Mrs. No. Oh, anyway. There's a BBC TV tax in the UK. Yeah, that is right, yeah. There we come. So if you don't watch TV or BBC iPlayer, you don't have to have a license. It used to be the case anything that picks up a radio signal, including radio as well. Cheap bear, cheap eggs, cheap duck. What else does anyone need? It's not cheap. Food in France is not cheap anymore. And also holding in France is not cheap anymore. Hasn't been for a long time. Part of the reason is because of people like myself and other people come here and push the price up of everything, including property prices. But also, what did it provided work? And she's dead now anyway. But she got over 100, mind. She was saying, I can't remember her name now. Oh, crikey. I can't remember. Crikey, terrible memory life. Anyway, she was saying that she was glad for the English here because she reckoned the place would be dead without them. There'd be nobody there, and she'd be on her own. Also, when I was having a procedure, I was speaking to a French guy who owned a Intermarché, which is a supermarket here in France. You're one of the franchises. And he was saying most people are quite glad to have the English, the Dutch, and what have you, buying up properties here because it provides work, and less children are moving to the cities to find work, which keeps families together, doesn't it? Whereas before they were all going to Rouen or Limoges or Paris and stuff, to find work. So there's swings and roundabouts, isn't there? I ain't got a TV license either. No, I don't watch TV anyway. To be fair, I never watch TV. Right, where are we? Dude, I ain't done half the stuff I was planning to do. Well, we're on there. Oh my god, we got these flipping crazies. I mean, look at this geezer. Right. After a meeting with Bobby Kennedy, Senator Tommy Tuberville says that babies get too many vaccines outside of TB, polio, and smallpox, and says everyone in this group has lost somebody, possibly from the COVID vaccine, that were perfectly healthy. Oh, God's sake. Stupid is contagious. Exactly. Too bad there's no vaccine for that. Definitely. No, but there is duct tape. Reading the open curiosity seems to be pretty good inoculators. It's called education. Education is not always the key, is it, though? Education is just, depends what you're learning. What about indoctrination? The brainworms, yes, crept into his ear. Well, it reminds me of Khan. Star Trek with the brainworms, troll people, make them tell the truth and stuff. Trump wasn't simply mistaken or proven wrong. He deliberately lied, and the question now is whether the press will actually hold him accountable or remain his willing accomplices. The early returns aren't great. We've got the same problem. It's the same in the UK, About the times do keep hearing stuff from bloody, crikey, Alexander Boris DeFeffel Johnson. There he was the other day, saying that children were fat because the church has failed them. Can we take a moment here to thank Aaron for his fighting the fight, being courageous in the face of all this, revealing the truth? What truth? Oh, that truth, because, yes, I do. I agree. He was lying all along and got away with it. He's always lying. But they just suck up to him, don't they? They're just crazy individuals. Monkeys pounding the drum. Oh, okay, I'm going to just have to show you this, because this might make you feel a little bit sick. This is Donald Trump on a good day. Oh dear. Has he been stung by a bee? Oh, crikey, I just thought of something. Maybe. Oh, there he is. I'm Jürgen Wagner. I had one of these TV license geezers at my door. I told him I did not watch the cheap propaganda bullshit for years. He smiled and walked away. That's excellent. Oh dear. Tendence 9 says, I used to pay $140 per month for satellite TV that had over 1,000 channels. I regularly only watch $140, blimey. Watch 6 to 8 of those channels. That doesn't sound like value for money to me. That's expensive, isn't it? That's a lot. But now, obviously, if you've got good internet, you can pretty much stream everything, can't you? Now, when we first came here, our internet was like 50 kilobits per second, It was horrendous. We barely got, sometimes we might get 250 megabits per second or something like that. Not 250 megabits, what I'm talking about. Oh, crikey, kilobits. But we never got meg, it was horrendous when we first came in France. And it was done on the landline. And mobile service here was awful as well. Anyway, once the 4G came in, we then upgraded to a 4G internet using, got 2 antennas on the roof, they're still there, and a 4G router that takes a SIM card. And that thing was brilliant. I had it until, what, a year and a half ago, when we had the, they basically put all new fibre in. So we had the fibre put in. And it's good, but I've had issues with the box. I've had 3 boxes I've had. I've now upgraded to the next model of live box. So far it seems okay. But I had SLL problems. Yeah. Oh my god, you come back. I use the BBC a lot less now since they defunded local radio. And is it still BBC World Service? Is that still there? They got rid of that as well now. So I thought was quite an important one. At least the charges doing the Trump double hand job. What do you mean, the milk going over the 2 giraffes? Maybe that's what it is. Oh dear me, I'm losing my voice. What's the time? Oh, they've done 2 hours. Do you know it's 2:30 in the morning? Am I flipping crazy or something? I think I must be. He is looking weak. Oh, that McDonald's diet works wonders. I know. It's all the carbs. Too many carbohydrates and fat. Oh God, he doesn't look good. He doesn't look good. I just want to reiterate: UK TV license IDS not mandatory if you do not watch TV. TV at the time, it is broadcast or BBC iPlayer. Yeah, that's true. That is correct. Double Trump hand job. Oh dear. Yeah, we used to have a TV license and it used to be a part of your habitation bill, but they got rid of it. We've got no TV license now. All taxes are theft. I don't know, because the services have to be paid for. You know, like roads and all that sort of stuff. You've got to pay for this stuff. You know, we go to the hospital and stuff like that. It needs to be paid for. If you're obviously not in the US, because obviously it's all private. But you know, it's are taxes theft now? You need taxes. We need a way of funding stuff. Problem we've got is greed. We've got people are greedy. It's in our nature to be greedy. We always want what somebody else has got. You know, and it's unfortunate. I think we need more humbling, and we need to be humbled. You know, like when you see people or do things with people, what have you, and you feel good. You know, it makes you feel good that you've done something for somebody else. You helped somebody. Your good deed of the day or whatever it might be. There is something in there, you know. There's something about doing good, yeah. I don't mean to say you've got to be like just a do-gooder, but to actually... And also, as we see other people doing good, I think that's humbling. You know? There are good people out there. They're not everyone's crazy. And I'm sure it's not all MAGAs are horrible people. They're just ill-informed, you know, and maybe they just didn't really know what was going on. Or maybe they've been scared into voting for Donald Trump. Because there's some pretty extreme lies being told, isn't there? You know, they're taking your jobs and raping your women. The thing is, the people supporting people like Donald Trump are the crazies. They are the people we should be frightened of. You know, the people that he's putting into his cabinet, that Pete Hegseth, for Christ's sake, if he gets past the approval process, but he's unbelievably bad. You know, the one person who will be there will be Tom Homan, because he's just a czar, so he's going to be there, and obviously Elon Musk is going to be there. It's pretty extreme, not bunch just on those 3 characters, let alone Donald Trump. These people have no interest in people, and they clearly have no interest. They don't. Donald Trump doesn't associate with people who haven't got anything. the poor. All those people you go to those rallies with, he just sees them as voters. That's all they are. They're just voters. He's not interested in. He wouldn't sit down and have a pint with him or something like that. Well, he doesn't drink, does he, apparently? He wouldn't sit down and have a Big Mac with him, would he? He wouldn't associate with those people. It's just the vote he wants. He just wants the vote. He wants the support. And then he'll just shit on them all. That's what he does. Like he's done to the veterans, like he's done to the farmers, like he's done to everyone. Just like Brexit, you know? He's not concerned about other people, especially people who are less fortunate than him. He's not a good man, no. He's a very naughty boy. Certainly not the Messiah. Oh, what am I doing? Up there. Yeah. Criminal immigrants are taking jobs. That's just stupid stuff like that. So they're working. Taking the jobs. Taking your jobs and your women. I need that sound effect back in, don't I? That I do. The migrants worked. Why do you think they're not taking the jobs? Are they not working? Who said that? I've hard to think gone yet. Hello, Joe Lefty. Yeah, well. Yeah, they're gone. They were funny though. The migrants work jobs no one else will. Have you flipping hell in the UK, for instance, regarding like the daffodil pickers, turnip pickers, and what have you, and other crops, what have you, whether it be flowers or whether it be food. Have you seen these people work? Now, the farmers in the UK, I can't remember where they managed to get some workers from where was it? Nepal or something like that. Anyway, basically promised them the earth and it ended up costing them a shitload of money to get there, and then they ended up losing the job and they got sent back. But they weren't capable of doing the job. You see, the people who were doing this work on these fields came back, usually from Romania, came back every single year, worked the summer, like flipping Billio, and they came back every single year. The thing is, they were experienced in what they were doing. You see, they want to say this unskilled work. No, it's not. What they're doing is highly skilled. It might not be technically skilled, but it's mechanical. It's like muscle memory. Like someone painting a fantastic picture, because there's a skill using their skills, so to speak. They're quick, really quick, And the farm, obviously, generally speaking, will want to hold on to them, for as long as possible. So they just come for the summer, use the money they've earned, and live very cheaply in places like in Romania, what have you, and come back the following year, do the same all over again. They can't do that now. Plenty of Americans will happily do these jobs. Yeah, right. Why don't they do it then? Because the wages are low. So these people are getting paid very low wages. The US minimum wage at $7.25, I think it is. Hasn't gone up in 15 years. It's just madness. It should be linked to inflation. Minimum wage. But no. It's not the immigrants are the problem. You haven't got enough people to do that work anyway, And it's like same anywhere else in the world, including the UK. And you're always going to have a sump of people. You're always going to have some people who either don't want to work. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but some people don't. And they'll scam it as much as they can not to work. But there again, you have to ask yourself, do you really want those people working for you? If you were the employer, would you want these people? No. You'd be lucky for the last day. I ain't gonna hang about. There's always going to be a sump of people. You're always going to have unemployed. You always are. You obviously got people unfortunate who are unemployed for, because maybe they got fired or whatever, for whatever reason, companies making cuts or whatever, That happens, especially older generation people. There's lots of people in their 50s who can't get back into work without retraining, and they feel they're too old to retrain. It's just how it is, That's sad, It's sad, but these older people who get made redundant, and they feel that they've got no value anymore, especially in working. It's definitely if you've been self-employed all your life. If you're someone like me, you always find work. You always get some work because you know how to do it. You know how to get that work, unless you spend all your time on YouTube. And what fancy? And factories can't even get staffed at $20 an hour to start. Skills, isn't it? It's having the right people. Now they get filled with Americans. No, it doesn't work like that. They won't do. For a start, you want cheap goods. You'll complain with all the prices, everything goes up because wages gone up. I mean, we've had in the UK wage growth because of Brexit, because of, like you're saying, there's less people available, so you do end up with a certain amount going into the native workforce, but it pushes up wages. And you might think it's a good thing until you end up going to the shop and buying your goods and find that you can't afford them. This causes wage growth. It causes inflation. It's an inflationary measure. I don't know if it's single-handed you cause inflation, but it ain't going to help. It's just how it is. You need a balance. You need a system that works. Problem is, what you're doing is constantly sucking money out from people who, these people aren't rich on their own. They're rich because you're giving it to them. It's because you're buying the stuff that they've either just invested in, obviously use money to make money, or their companies. Like, for instance, I don't know, buying a Tesla, for instance. You're just making these people richer. And they have no intention of paying taxes because they'll do everything they can to hide it. So they don't pay an appropriate amount of tax. The amount they're supposed to be paying, basically. And it's quite annoying, It goes on everywhere. Everywhere, people are always trying to avoid paying taxes. Like even Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate, they owe about $2 million in taxes in the United Kingdom, and there's a warrant out for to gather that money off Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate. So I don't know how they're going to do it. It's in Romania at the moment, so it's not as though we have much of a say now, is it? So Americans have traditionally enjoyed low food prices compared to other nations, largely supported by low-paid immigrant workers. Yeah, and then obviously got low diesel and petrol, what have you. I know it's gone up, but it's still darn sight cheaper than what we pay. They have Bobby Kennedy in charge of health. What could possibly go wrong? I think his grandfather and father must be rolling around in their bloody graves. He's full on MAGA hat crazy, and he's tin foil wearing nutcase. That's what he is. Yeah, and so many workers retired. They did in the health service as well, didn't they? I know they did in the UK, but and also a lot of individuals left some skilled employment, and then it felt, well, this is easier. I was working for Tesco's and places like that instead, because they can go home at the same time every day, and they know where they are. Life is a little bit easier. Or ending the gig economy, delivering for Amazon or whatever, a lot less hassle. They just do the job, go home, and that's the end of it. Responsibility, isn't it? We had doctors and all sorts of people doing that sort of stuff. The dairy, oh crikey. The dairy Bobby Kennedy gets is raw milk from tested positive for avian flu. I hope he's getting rid of that first little bit, when he's milking the old. Focus. But like that, Is that him? The grandma? That's Bobby Kennedy, isn't it? Suckling on a tea. You got to get that first little bit out, 'cause it's like a little plug, you see. Discard that bit. Oh, crikey, that's what Donald Trump's been doing, isn't it? Yeah, makes sense now. Shout out to Neo, Ohio. Hello there, Grinja Chinlander. Americans at least have a purpose. Oh, the Americans. Sorry. I do like the chat. I do. It's cool. Quite funny. I'm still hoping that the late and great Hannibal Lecter, was Donald Trump anywhere there, will be nominated for head of the Food and Drug Administration. Oh my Gideon. It's one of his Hannibal Lecters, somebody who Donald Trump looks up to. Fictional character. He's talked about him like he's a real person. Oh, crikey. There are no sane parts of northeast Ohio anymore. Oh, my God. Blimey. This is madness. Anyway, I am going to call it a night now because I've done 2 hours and 13 minutes. It happens to be 2:45 in the morning here. And I'm shattered. I've got this tickle in my throat. It's very annoying. So I'm going to call it. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. And thanks, Magnus' biggest fan, for moderating. That is very cool. Thank you very much. And yeah, it's been interesting. And thanks for the super chats. I really do appreciate it. And thanks everybody who came. And also thanks to those for making it entertaining on the MAGA side of things. That was that's an interesting development. But what can I leave you with? I can leave you with something, I suppose. Eeny beeny miny mo. Okay, what's this one? Do you know what that one is? What's that one? Oh, got that one.
Nigel's a model, you know what I mean, and he does his little turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk, yeah, he does his little turn on the catwalk. Get him off, Nigel. I'm too sexy for my cat, too sexy for my cat. Poor pussy, poor pussy cat. Too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
Love your work, great stream, thank you.
But new, but
that's
yeah,
fun,
but
isn't
new.
it? You know, try and make it fun. I need to upload, get all my clips on it now. Now I've got my. Let me. Can I show you? I suppose I can. If I just grab that. So I've got my soundboard there. You see, that's my soundboard over there. So I've only got Kipper in there so far.
Kipper.
Did that do it or not?
Kipper.
Oh, there you go. What else we got on there? And then I've got my Stream Deck there. I haven't got all programmed in yet. I've got a few things in there. You've got the port markets. What's that one? Oh, don't want to work. What's that one? That one don't work yet. Oh, I don't know. Oh, 'cause I've got the wrong thing on there. Trump menu, that one. Port markets. What's that one? I was in the wrong place.
Now, I mean, if ever there was something to cheer up Nigel Farage, surely it was that.
It's nearly 7 years now, and I want to change subjects since we voted for Brexit. And people have argued about what the benefits are. And finally we found out yesterday. It's real ale. Whoop-de-doo! I mean, isn't that rather embarrassing?
Oh, yes, my friend.
Almost pathetic.
Special place in hell.
But that's what we can point to. Look, we can set our own tariffs for real ale in pubs.
A Brexit pub guarantee. Well, how about that?
Anyway, it's gone black. I think that's my cue. Toodaloo. Have a lovely day. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. And maybe subscribe to the channel. Toodaloo.